They love dogs, and they also
And radiation.
no.
Oh my god! You know, at the airport, you buy those statues that are for like in
Oh,
Dubai. It's
you
like Burj Khalifa. It's like
you
a dog. It's
fucker.
outside.
No, it's a bomb going
Yeah,
off.
atomic bomb keychain. Buy your souvenirs.
Take a piece of us with you.
Oh my.
Okay.
Hey. Hello.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Cancellable Podcast. We're all sitting here, Kurosh, Faisal, and my name is Bardia. To all 8 viewers.
8 viewers. We still haven't posted the first one. We have 0 viewers.
People don't know we haven't posted it when we're posting the third one.
I like to be honest. We said we won't lie.
So we still haven't posted our first episode. In our first episode, we kind of went with the whole vibe of kind of talking about our like the origin of a story of us, like in
The
high
story
school
of
and
us,
middle
yeah.
school, and actually like you and I became friends in university, but like before that, I was in the States. After high school, I was in the States. You went to UK.
Yeah.
You were you were here,
Mm-hmm.
and then after a year and a half, the States didn't work out.
Okay, so this episode we're gonna discuss our university life, all the challenges, all the fun stories, and all of that. Sorry, Barrier just doesn't know how to put an end to a sentence. Okay,
It's called full stop. Stupid.
go you immigrants.
What?
You know how they don't know what to finish.
Why was the immigrant was paused? Go you immigrant.
Yeah, impact, man.
Oh,
you need to know where to
I
pause.
felt like you felt.
It's
I
a
learned
delivery.
it from Trump.
He worked on his delivery.
All right, so who wants to start?
I think it all starts with Bardia, right? Because he.
Okay, yeah, go.
I mean, you were just
You went
talking
to US,
about
people like
US.
that the most. Who gives a fuck about UK or
You
Europe?
went to you went to US of A.
I went to USFA.
Which part?
California.
Disgusting.
Southern California.
His accent.
We're playing Footsie again, by the way. Your foot and I.
Every episode.
Bro,
man.
it just.
Bro, I was
We're
thinking,
sitting close to each other.
How does your wife feel about this?
Dude, you know what's funny?
I don't think-
No, because you know how usually footsies is supposed to be like you brush up on it. But actually, but actually, what happened now was it was a perfect like it was ET moment.
Have you
Oh my
seen
God,
the
dude.
fucking pictures of people like interlocking their foots together?
No.
No,
Bro,
no, I'm
What
okay.
do you
I'm
follow,
good.
man?
No, I don't follow it. So
It just shows up, huh?
On social media, I swear to God. But I need wait, like if we pull up shit on our phones, can you like put that in the clip so like kind of shows it?
I don't know how the copyright thing works, but I can try.
It's
it.
a meme. It's
We're in
all
Dubai,
over
bro. There's
social
no thing as copyright.
We're uploading to YouTube. It's not a Dubai-based like website.
It's okay.
No, but like it's
Geotagged.
it's a it's a meme. So like it's all
Okay,
over
yeah,
social
yeah,
media.
sure.
All right, wait, hold up. Can someone else start one to like I?
We kind of were in.
Okay, so while he's getting that up, Korosh, tell us about you. So
So I heard Barry is going to US, and I definitely didn't want to be in the same country as him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, where else can I go? I went to UK.
I actually applied for UK and US, but I didn't get in UK.
really,
Yeah.
I thought your first choice would be US.
No, like US was like because my godfather was like in that university as well, so I was like like going to a country that I've never been to, don't know anyone, have no one. And my godfather spoke to me like twice during that whole year and a half, but still at least someone's there in case like I die or like almost died, and like someone's there to at least like
Get the corpse.
yeah, pretty much.
You
It's
mean-
a 16-hour flight, so it's like faster if he's there to grab my corpse. Send it.
What a way of discussing. How old were you then when you went to university?
I was 18.
You were 18 as well. I
Yeah.
was also 18.
Fraser, can you sit a bit closer to the mic? Like, pull your chair forward. No, pull your chair forward.
If I pull my fucking chair
He
forward,
like chirps, like drops down.
I actually gotta smack this thing now a little bit away from me because I gotta move
No,
it.
because when you're sitting like this is good, but after a while you go back.
Okay,
Should we start it again?
Yeah, sure. Because
No,
you
it's-
fucked up all that stuff. Anyway,
I
you gotta
fucked up
edit this.
this
You gotta
fucking-
edit this up. So I'm gonna. I can fuck up with this so much. Fuck.
Oh my god,
That's so fucked up.
disgusting.
So fucked up, man.
Ah, is that a baby's foot?
No,
Or
it's
no,
a
adult?
someone sent this and was like, "Do you want to do this?" And the person replies, "Can't even verbally explain how much I don't want to do that."
That's fucking gross. gross.
Oh, it's funny though. Like, I was trying to do that with Faisal, but he backed out.
No, dude, it's just like, I mean, it's in like, I wasn't ready for it.
Like, who does this?
Bro, he literally like fucking popped and locked it with my foot. Like, it's like, yeah, what's going on, man? Okay,
Right,
let's
tell
start.
us about your universities.
So basically, I went to the States. Like, my parents came with me. Like, they were there for the first week. And like helped me like set up and stuff like that. And like luckily, because apparently the first semester of freshmen have to live in the dorms. They can't live off campus. But there was a university housing that was like right across the like university campus, and they accepted that. So like I got a place there. I didn't have to like share a room with anyone or anything. So like, have my own space and all that. Yeah. But to be honest, like when my parents left, like I now as an 18-year-old kid, you're a kid. You don't think about a lot of consequences, like stuff. So for me, I was just like, oh, like I have my own place and everything. But like you don't know how. You don't know anyone. You have no friends. You have no family there and everything. It's kind of scary in a way.
Especially if you're not sharing a house with someone.
I'm not sharing a house with someone, which actually...
That makes it worse, to be honest.
It'll come up, but like that was like one of the... In a way, was one of the moments that I had to fucking grow up, but at the same time, it was one of the traumatizing moments because I was in that situation. Like, I was like that.
You're about to cry?
He's holding a burp.
I was holding a burp. But yeah, I was definitely about to cry because it was so traumatized.
I was touched. I was touched by my home teacher.
No, but yeah, so I like started going to classes and stuff, and like there was this guy in my philosophy class. We still keep in touch. So
what were you studying? Medicine or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but like first year you take like rounds. So I was pre-med. It wasn't like first year in medical school. It was like, I was like pre-med. I graduated with a finance degree because that didn't work out here in Dubai. We went same.
We didn't work out. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but like, anyways, like when I started with the whole pre-med in States, like I met a guy. Sounds like I met a guy like Grindr. Like no, but
we're on a date.
Just before then, you were like, we didn't work out.
No, that the pre-med stuff. But anyway, like, what I was not aware of, because like growing up here, you're not really exposed to like outside cultures, like not cultures in a way, outside like
Dubai
university systems,
and,
fraternities, like the Greek culture that they have and everything like that. So the guy was like, "Oh, you wanna like do like to like party?" And so I was like, "Yeah, I was like partying in high school and stuff like that." He was like, "Oh, like, sure. Why don't you come through, like, hang out with us and everything?" I was like, "Sure." Like, I love to meet new people, and I was very social back then, and basically found out there's a whole rush week that you have to go through, pass some tests to be able to know, like, they want you in
so like group. Exactly like in the movies, like Blue Mountain State or like
pretty much
like
yeah. But you know what's the funny thing?
American
like,
Pie.
You go through a pledge, like the first semester is called pledging,
okay,
which you have to like not like almost first semester you go through pledging where you have to like you're not part of the group yet. You have to pass through it to get to it.
It's the entrance exam.
It's the entrance exam, and you go through a lot of shit, like mentally, physically. They like kind of like fuck with you to see like if you can hold it. And I realized this later, like even with military and stuff, they do this obviously to a much smaller scale. They do it in like the fraternities, but like through the mental and physical like hazing and everything that you go through, afterwards when you make it out of it, you have like such a psychological attachment to the hell that you went through to get to that, and you're just like very attached to it. You guys you didn't tolerate me when I got back because I was like,
I hated you when you came back. To be honest,
definitely hated me.
Well, anyways, go through the timeline.
But basically, yeah. So like, I went through the pledging when I first got the bid. So you start pledging when they were like, "Oh, come to the frat house like at like 8 a.m. and you have to wear like a suit and tie like and everything."
Oh my God, they make it sound so serious.
It like if you're in the environment, you feel like it, So like you get there, like they put blindfolds on us and everything. No one got raped or touched. Don't worry. And like we sit down.
I feel like the fact that you have to clear that.
No, because your face like it says so much. Like,
no, I just remember that there was a story. I don't know what frat house or what it was that like I don't know if you told me. I read it somewhere that they basically put them in the basement, all like in a circle. They're like,
that was me.
Unless there's a goat in the basement with them, they're like, someone has to fuck this goat, otherwise we won't let you out the basement. and then it ended up becoming like a police case, and they had to close that fraternity house completely.
No,
Yeah,
but that's I think that's. See, I never agree with fraternities. I think it's an idiotic thing. A lot of the hazing and all this that goes on is, it's too much, but also it's at the same time of.
It's an experience, and
just
when you're
messing
18,
around.
it's very different than like when you're older. I think
Yeah, but
like,
in general, when you leave more than like, I don't know, 4 18-year-old men in a house to their own, it never ends well.
yeah,
From my experience, it always
No,
like.
but dude, I used to stay in my I had cousins, and I mean, mashallah, my family's like my dad has so many brothers and sisters, and they have so many kids that we all grew up at the same time. So I was in my grandmother's house, and there was like fucking 15 guys.
Yeah,
all
but like,
yeah, grandma's
18
house.
No, but my
yeah.
grandma wasn't there. Like the house was in such a way that, like 20% of the house was allocated to the mom,
Yeah,
and that area was huge because it was like an old town Dubai.
yeah, I get that.
So there was no supervision. So like at 16, 17, we were all growing up. Yeah, we mess around, do some stupid stuff, but I think
I
these.
remember the story, like from what was it, like first episode when you the kid on the table.
that was his friends. That was the family.
Like,
No, but that
I'm
wasn't.
saying,
No,
like,
but that wasn't
kids
even
being
him. That
together,
that was
like-
just premeditated murder.
no, no, but like
Straight up.
kids, like no, but like when you're in Dubai, like it's so safe and everything is like so protected and everything. But like white kids and all that, they give zero shits. You know what I mean? And like it's very different how.
No, but
it
also I
happens
think
in
the
States.
fact that like with your cousins and stuff, you grew up with them, so you know each other. When it's like
Yeah.
a bunch of people you don't know and you're trying to impress them,
Yeah.
I feel like when there's a bunch of guys, like I saw this in like I mentioned in previous episodes that like I was in an all boys school. When you don't know each other but try to impress each other, you try to one up each other and one up each other and one up each other, and then
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is
it's
dangerous.
getting
Yeah.
a sense of a teamwork and like for the whole pledging experience, the people you go through the pledging with, you get really close because like fucking pass through.
But
so
all
much-
within a week, you get really close.
No, within a semester you do a pledging.
it's a whole thing, man. It's a whole
Yeah.
like.
Because that's like in a
process.
week, you're
No,
getting
no,
super
week,
close to
you
another guy
get-
because
you know everyone's names by the end of the week, like the first week. That's it. But anyways, like I don't want like. What I was gonna say, like when we're applying for the warden, like there's a like older person in the fraternity that's like it's allocated the position of a warden that has to like be in charge of the pledges. He kicks through the door and everything. Like he's like, "You're the pledges now. The pledging semester has started." Then I'm like, I didn't know how this shit worked. I thought when I got the bit, I'm already in. Not that I have to go through a semester of all this shit. I'm like, fuck. Like I had no idea what I
So like,
signed
what
up for.
was like the extremist stuff you had
I
to
can't
do?
say it.
Okay, what was the extremist stuff that you can't say? Was it like physical things or is it
No,
like
it wasn't like hazing has like different states in America.
yeah?
They have basically every fraternity and sorority, like they're part, like the fraternities are part of something called IFC, Interfraternal Council. Basically, a fraternity cannot.
Make this shit sound so serious.
No, because like every
The government
fraternity
There is a
has-
league
Yeah.
No, the
of
fraternity,
extraordinary
if they haze
retards.
too much, right? They get shut down off the campus, everything like that.
Right.
So like you can't. There's a limit for the hazing stuff.
You can't waterboard someone.
No, you can't waterboard someone unless you do and no one stitches. Snitches,
Stitches. Okay.
or you get stitches. But yeah, so anyways, like one of the things I said, like in what happened was that because I was living alone and like as a kid who's like finally like I always lived with my parents, and like when I was like living on my own and like the fraternities, the parties and everything, obviously as a kid who has no like I believe like one of the things I wanted to talk about this episode is like everything that I like most of the characteristics I had in like uni in the States, not when I came to Dubai. It really taught me what not to be. I became the complete opposite. I was like a mess, like never like drinking way too much and everything like that. And I mean, didn't drink it way too much. Took a bit longer, as you guys know. But like in general, a lot of characteristics I like flipped to become like my personality now. Like it shaped my
I
personality.
think you just
not
grew up, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is some people don't, which is a
Yeah,
sad thing.
No, but like I connect with that because like a lot of experiences like I had in university and or like he has told me over the years is like stuff that you either figured out about yourself in university or stuff that you figured out are terrible for you and you remove that from your like your daily life. That actually leads you to your like late 20s and like the decisions you make, regardless if it's a relationship decision or if it's like a job decision. Like it forms your character, right? So I think we should go a little bit into that after like we each establish like our like beginning of. I think we got like a clear image of
Yeah.
like what you did. So how was your university
But
experience?
can I just say, after a year and a half, like I decided to come back because my dad was like, "You're not doing well in school.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing someone who should be pre-med. Like your grades, my grades weren't like failing. Like but like it wasn't as good. He was like, either you have to get your shit together, and I want to become like a neurosurgeon. So 16 years of
Jesus, okay.
studying. He's like, I get your shit together, but my dad's like he's like a very good businessman and everything. He's like, come back, study business, and this thing he said I will never forget. He's like, be a businessman that owns a hospital that doctors work in that hospital. Don't study or either stick to it and do if you really love it, but you have to change the course of how you're handling stuff, or come back, study business, and do good in that. And obviously, as my dad being a businessman, he's like he can like be there as well.
Also, you don't have to study for 16 years.
Yeah, also that. But like when you're really passionate about something, you kind of be like, you know what, fuck it. Like 16 years, I still doing what I love, but you know,
Yeah.
now it's a bit different. But anyways, so I decided to come back and I was at AD, and within like the first couple of weeks we met.
So was that recent? We had met. Like I thought
Yeah,
maybe
because
you were.
in charge of the study
abroad,
study abroad.
I wasn't
kids.
even in charge of it. They put me in there, like they forced me to go there. So,
Yeah.
but it was lucky. Like I met really good people. One of them is Bardi, of course. But I wanted to ask, as you said that your grades weren't that good. Would you blame it on the fraternity lifestyle?
I wouldn't blame it on the fraternity because like some of my pledge bros actually are doctors now.
No,
Like,
but no, that's
like,
fine. There's
as in like you could have been responsible with your school stuff, and did that like in the fraternity. Even like if your grades were like failing, you be put on suspension, as in like you won't be able to attend the parties or anything until you get your grades back up, because they won't.
By the university or by the fraternity?
Fraternity.
Bros.
By the fraternity, they'll tell you you won't be allowed to come to the parties and do this and this and this, or attend events or like the road trips to Vegas, like other places, because like your grades are shit. So you need to study, and if your grades go below a certain GPA, they're like you're on like leave until you can get it back up, so you can come back. So like I could have easily studied and did all those stuff, but like 18-year-old kid, first time living alone and everything, led to some like irresponsible decisions, and that's how I got robbed. That's what I was gonna say. Like that's one of the things that
We'll
like
get to that
really
story.
hit me, the robbing.
No, because from the way you say it, right? It's like I do think there is a part to play for the fraternity in itself. That if you yourself are a young impressionable person and you join a fraternity, I don't even like. I only know a fraternity from the movies, or I've read some article about the crazy things that have gone on there. It seems like a lifestyle a lot of the times that, although they care about you and they want you to succeed, it doesn't help that you have parties every weekend, right? For someone who's young and you tell them, listen, you should study.
Yeah.
In the beginning year, he was a pledge. Like, you should study and stuff, but wait, we're having a party here. It kind of is like the biggest distraction.
No,
right?
you could have easily done that, because even remember in AUD, like it wasn't like the people or anything. Me myself, I was myself throwing parties every day. Remember that one day, I was party 10 days straight, and I had to literally stay home because like my body was shivering, and I was like I felt like my body was gonna give up.
No, but
Because it
that's-
was my responsibility.
Yeah, but responsibility. Look, I'll say it myself also. I think we have a good table here of different kinds of, let's say, experiences within university. You have one extreme. I think you also
Experience and also our characters, like personality.
Yeah, because
very at least before, I would say it was very different. I mean, I didn't know you before, but me and Bardi, we had like our personalities were very different. Although we were like close friends, but we were very different. Like
now
type of
we're
people.
much more
Closer,
similar,
yeah.
because
you matured and reached me. But,
no. So I get you, and that's one side of looking at it. And of course, it's what makes you who you are, right? You grow up from it. A lot of people can't tend to grow up from certain aspects of their life. Someone's always going to be in a fraternity, or someone's always going to be, in one phase of their life.
stuck.
Yeah, stuck.
Yeah.
For me, I studied here in the UAE. Before then, it was in a different emirate. I was studying. Wasn't really happy with the studies there. I always wanted to be a film director. I was
Oh,
Always-
I didn't know that.
Always wanted to be a film director. Always had a very creative mind when it came to storytelling. And of course, I had a father who was a businessman as well. And he could see it in me that I was very creative. And he always, when I was younger, used to push me into the sense of saying, if you want to make a story, make it, like write down a story, write down a book, try to do this. So I grew up thinking that I would become a director. A lot of people also told me that I myself could become a character within those books because of how I talk and all this.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine.
Again.
Footsies are fine.
So I feel
So-
like a third wheel here. Every episode, man.
You know what's funny?
I can't reach.
Next episode, the table will get shorter and shorter and shorter.
Start cutting off the table.
But
You won't get.
every episode, and then you see us all holding hands.
Just one camera, just all three of us.
Just get a hot tub. Just get a hot tub,
The noise might be an issue, but yeah, that's about. No, that's not
The only problem is the noise. Nothing else.
Or imagine, there's
Just us like,
no,
like
I'm-
cigar.
imagine, there's a hot tub and you hear the brrr. The moment we all get off, it switches off. It was just farts. With the amount of you guys.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past this group.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Really? Are we going into this?
Bro, come on. You fart like crazy.
He was having a deep discussion about
I'm
being a
sorry.
director
Yeah.
and his
Absolutely.
hopes and dreams.
yeah, you sound like my dad. Just like discarded and just thrown to the side.
No. How my pet was. No, I think. No,
I
please.
feel like you're like. I feel
You
like
know,
it sucks, but I.
You think that was your field? You want to say I want to? No, please continue. Sorry.
So so I wanted to do film, and I just remember being thrown into a university I didn't want to go to. Funny enough, I got accepted to Michigan State University.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
was-
that's a good university.
Yeah, was supposed to go there. My dad turned it down. My dad thought that I would become too crazy, even though we all know Dubai is a very crazy place if you know people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but I don't want to like cut you off or anything, but like again, like that's what I meant. When you go to the States, the kind of like environment you put in and the people there and everything like that. Your dad, like, it's not like your dad was like, you're gonna go crazy because you have the potential of it. It's just because it enables it. It's kind of like enables.
no,
of
but you have to
being
remember
present there.
something. Like I agree with that, and I could see as a parent how that would have been an issue. But then what? You're gonna put your kid in a cage for this whole life? Like he's not gonna be able to.
No,
The
I'm-
thing is,
I agree
if
because
you're
I,
looking for that type of environment, you can find it anywhere.
No, but
if you're a person, you kind of attract it actually. But I'm
no, but let me explain to you because I get both of your sides here, right?
No, but I
But
agree
it-
with you. Like, I am glad that I had went through that experience because, like, my mindset and everything is completely different. Like, I wasn't the whole cage thing. I completely get it because I got to go free, like, literally no responsibility, all free, no parents, anything. And then I was like, okay, like, there are some things that because of them I was protected of, and therefore now I put them on myself now.
It's like if your parents have been taking care of you for 18 years, and then on the 18th birthday you're going to study abroad, they should have some faith in the teachings they've given you. Of course, everyone makes mistakes and stuff. But anyway, back to the point of what was I saying. So for me, went to a degree I didn't like. It was business management, and business management was like, it was just a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You don't really have any.
It's a little bit of
actual
marketing, a little bit of
proficient-
finance,
So,
like a
so
little
like,
bit of everything.
So it's basically someone who sits in a business and understands that this is how it should run. You know a little bit of everyone, what else they do, and you're just supposed to make sure that you cover all these pillars. Which, when I went to university, I didn't get good grades. I was mingling with people and meeting new people. I didn't even attend classes. So
you didn't need people.
no. But
This was before you.
No.
Yeah.
It's like
So
after.
attention seeking for.
It's spotlight on me.
yeah, so and it wasn't even far, and I still slacked off. I was like here in the UAE with my family and all this, and all fault of my own. I was absolutely irresponsible, and my grades slacked off, and I didn't even get kicked out or anything like that. But they started contacting my parents.
They do that in university?
Yeah.
AUD.
No,
Really?
Yeah.
no, AUD wasn't an AUD. It was an AOS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was in
My
AOS and-
sister's in the US. Like,
and,
it's-
That is
no, if
messed
you
up.
don't
No.
attend 3 classes, you get dropped from the class.
You were contacting your parents?
No, they didn't. I'll tell you what happened. Yeah. So, funny enough, a lot of the times the reports and stuff would come through me. So I would get the reports beforehand because I wasn't motivated at all. I was like, listen, if I'm not gonna be able to pick what I want, fuck it, you know. I would take the reports, or if anyone tried to call, they had the number of my office, my dad's office, and I was sitting there in the office. So, you know, whenever someone would call, I just wouldn't answer it, and this happened like for a semester or two.
Like, hello. This is
No,
You wouldn't
then,
answer at all.
no, and then like just one day I came home, my dad found out that I wasn't going to classes, and he was like, look, you know, if you didn't want to do this, of course you should have said. And I myself was like, you know what, I think it's better if I go somewhere closer to Dubai, and went to AUD. And when I went to AUD, again, I'm not the kind of person that can go into a frat. I don't like going into, you know, mass groups. I've never had that mentality where someone should haze me or someone should put me through the workings so then I get a bond with someone. I've always been, first of all, I don't think I have the mentality for it because I'd start a fight straight away. I'd be like,
Yeah, I think you have to be a specific personality because I thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
And also, like in UK, there's obviously it's not to that extent, but there is their version of like fraternity and stuff. And usually it's like surrounded by like the sport team. So like you have the rugby team fraternity.
but if you think about it, football teams are fraternities.
Yeah.
You know, like all these groups, like he was saying in the US, they have these fraternities, but these fraternities, like they exist even after university. You get your group of friends, you get, you know, networking and all this kind of stuff. It's similar to all the groups here. Like if you see a football club or a car, you know, these desert safari groups,
Yeah, yeah.
it becomes
Like jeepers
yeah.
and like
It becomes you know, a what's the word? Yeah. It becomes a demographic, or you know, like a clubbing of people that have the same interests and, you know, do the same thing. But for me, at least, my university was a little bit less than that. It was, I did party, I did go out, and you know, I enjoyed also being alone a lot. You know, like I was going desert, I was going fishing, and you know, also trying to focus on the studies because I knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
So I did
Did
that.
you like your whatever you were studying in AUD?
So I was still studying business management, but then I was like, you know what, I want to get into finance.
Okay.
You know, in finance, you gather the knowledge. You actually, you know, there isn't a level. Of course, in any degree, there's a level of expertise, right?
Yeah.
You can excel in anything. And funny enough to what you said about your father owning the hospital and owning this, my dad came to me one time and said to me, you know, you can become a director if you want, but why not become someone in business, someone in finance that can afford to make his own movie? Because directors, a lot of times they beg. They go around to producers and say, I have this pitch.
Unless like you end up by luck and hard work, a mixture of both, becoming like a big time, like a producer or like a director. You have to beg a lot to get your movies, the scripts approved, movies approved.
But not even
GoFundMe.
No, but that's the thing. Like that's the thing. It becomes a point of, because the director, unless they can self-fund themselves, they have to go around and sell their pieces.
Yeah.
And for me, at least, it was never. I don't think I could ever do that. And
God damn, you drink like a camel, man.
why'd you have to look at me when I was talking? He just like takes it and goes.
No, I was listening, and then like you did, I was like, "What's up?"
So yeah.
Camels are fucking crazy, by the way. I'll say this after.
Like shout out to camels, like the way you said
Not
that.
the camel cigarettes.
Are you really gonna educate a local guy in camels? Like, come on, man.
But you know they have like the whole like thing that closes their. No, I have to pull this up to like make sure I'm
Look at these
right.
Japanese girls from the anime. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. But-
I think after the last podcast, let's not bring up the Japanese again.
We're not saying Hiroshima again, man. Like we're just saying.
why does like it's like Japan? You know, all these countries have such wide cultures, and then it's like, yeah, Hiroshima.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It's like a person comes to
the
me. Hey,
highlight of their culture.
like, imagine if someone comes to us and goes like, yeah, I'm part Japanese. Oh, Hiroshima. Yeah, so I said. Nagasaki. Sorry about that, by the way, but
No, it's all good, man.
no, I was saying to the Hiroshima victims and.
I don't think they're around to hear it, bro. To be honest with you, unless they turn into zombies or some shit.
Unless they morph them with the dog, so their hearing might be pretty good.
How long do you think a dog lives? Jesus Christ.
With how they live, not long.
It seems like a reoccurring like a topic, dogs and Japanese on our podcast.
You know what's funny? When I went to Japan, I did go to the Shirajuku. Yeah, sure. Was it Shirajuku?
Yeah, whatever name works. We're not
Yeah, so it's Shinjuku Station,
okay.
right? And funny enough, you said dogs and people morphing because of Hiroshima. Because funny enough, in that sequence, I went to Japan and looked at the station, and then went to Hiroshima. So this is coincidence.
Is there a dog hanging?
No, but it's funny enough because those are the two things that are a big thing in Japan. Like they love dogs and they also
And radiation.
no.
Oh my god! You know, at the airport, you buy those statues that are for like in Dubai. It's
you
like Burj Khalifa. It's like a dog. It's
fucker.
outside.
No, it's a bomb going
Yeah,
off.
atomic bomb keychain. Buy your souvenirs.
Take a piece of us with you.
Oh my!
Like how no one's really laughing at him. He's like,
All right, relax, man. You fucking psychopath.
just get a close up of his face, man.
Sure,
It's
Ted
fucking-
Bundy wasn't like this with dead bodies, huh? All right, continue with your story.
Woof woof, motherfucker. Woof, woof.
All right, Brad is gone for this episode.
Yo, he's gone, man.
Yeah, he's done. I'll listen to
My
his
cheeks
story.
hurt though. What the Oh, yeah, so getting back to seriousness. So, yeah, Switch did finance, and
You just gonna jump right back into that.
look what's going on, man. The guys.
All right, so finance. Never seen someone laugh at their own joke so hard before in my life.
He's being possessed by it.
Yeah. Is this
Yo,
what-
if you throw up on me, I swear it will come back to you so fast. I will actually like simultaneously throw up on you
I
while
love that how
you're
we're talking that, yeah, our characters changed when we went to university and we're sitting here fucking vomiting on each other.
Bro, he's about to burst. You know 50 Shades of Grey? It's 50 Shades of Red right now, man.
Red.
His
Oh,
face was
bird?
red.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Red.
Thank you for watching this episode.
Anyway, yeah, so I was like, finance, okay?
Okay. Yeah, go. Keep
So,
talking.
so
Get up and leave, man. Fuck you.
Sorry, could you step out of the... Yo, he's crying? Bro, I'm telling you, I know those moments when you laugh like...
Yeah, you
like,
can't stop.
Dude, I was watching a movie and I just start bawling my eyes out, like you know,
At
laugh
an
crying.
appropriate time or not?
Dude,
like,
inappropriate. Like in the movie, the guy, his dad died,
yeah.
and the actor died so shittily. Like he was like, and everyone's crying. Like everyone's crying, and I'm
You're
there.
just
And,
laughing.
bro, I was, you know, like I died better. You know, I sounded like I was dying,
Oh, okay.
and everyone was like, you know that like that look.
The double look back.
Yeah, and they're just staring at you, and you can't stop laughing, and
Yeah.
you're staring at
It
them.
makes it worse.
Yeah.
When someone looks at you, it makes it worse. You stop
But
looking at it.
I appreciate those moments that I laugh so much because it doesn't happen very often that you just laugh uncontrollably.
Why do you have to
know?
make it so sad, man? It doesn't happen very often.
No, like
I don't
it
have a
does,
fun
you
life.
don't laugh continuously and can't stop yourself very often. Otherwise, you you hit with like the laugh gas, like or something like that.
Oh
like,
man, I think it's a mix. Just trying to get a breath.
Sorry.
bro, I swear to God, I got so high, I thought I shot myself. while I
This
was laughing.
podcast has officially gone to shit.
No, bro, it's
5 minutes of dead air of Barry, and then me and Faisal were just like looking
No,
at
we're
him
looking
like,
at like, yo,
you
can you? Yo,
psychopath.
I got time, man.
No, okay, so you switched to finance.
Fuck's sake. Is that when you met Bardia? When you switched to finance? I'm trying to get this back on
No,
track.
no,
man.
like no, you were studying finance when I joined.
Yeah. So
Like how we became friends is because I know this guy. I met him on the orientation day and everything like that, and he's like, "Yeah, I've met some study abroad kids that he was like head leading that group. He sits with them because they've been going out during the weekend. I sit with him at the same table. When I came back from the States, completely different, not very social. You know, like I don't want to get to know a lot of people, not like that. So when I sat at the table, I just said, like, I just nodded or something like that, and I just sat down. I was doing homework for like the class we had next, and then he, I don't know where, says this like really dark joke, and I started laughing because I was like listening as well, because it's like he was sitting here, I was pretty much sitting there, you know,
Right.
and he's like, this guy hasn't said anything, not even a proper hi to anyone. But the first time he showed any emotion is when I said the dark joke that none of you laugh, and he's laughing at it.
Best friends right there.
Bro, it's after that we started hanging out, we started like laughing and shit like that, and that's how we became friends. Like,
Honestly,
dark jokes.
I think that's how like most of us became, like, in general, like most of like my friends that we share, a lot of them is like, it's over like something that you're not supposed to laugh at, and then like what are the people that like, we don't have friends that get offended like super easily and all of that, and I feel like the dark jokes is the entrance to, like, that's how we became friends as well, like, just laughing at people that Barry used to be friends with, or like but anyways,
but in those situations, like, funny enough is that especially when I met Bardi and all this, I think also myself, I was just tired of like the university life, and
You were,
in like the partying and stuff. We did a lot of it. I remember also trying to focus on the studies and stuff. But it wasn't like, it was a balance, it was a balance, but I think I focused more on trying to right the wrongs I did, wasting time and just partying and stuff like that. So I tried focusing on my studies, and but we did do a lot of, like, we did party a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we came back from the States and I stopped partying. Remember my house, like every weekend or something, like.
Bro, I became a bouncer at his house, man. I swear, like people used to come in and just from my upbringing, and same as you guys, if someone comes to someone's house, you respect the house. And a lot of the times, Bardia would bring people, and I feel like Bardia is a very nice guy. So like, if there's 3 people standing there and the 4th one's there, he'd be like, yeah, you should all come. And that 4th person would be there.
There would be a dick and everything. Like, I used to do it. Like, I used
Back in the
to
day,
be like that. Now, like,
bro, now we don't meet people.
now
Like,
I don't want to
barely
meet
leave
people.
the
No,
house.
but here's the thing. Like, I told this and that. I'm like, I have my best friends. Like,
I don't need new ones.
I'm set.
I don't got
Like, I
friends.
know I'm gonna be. I'm set for life. Like, a lot of us, you might move, I might move, but like
Me, move where?
no,
Jumeirah? Guys, I don't think we can be friends anymore. I'm 45 minutes away now.
Whoa, bro, 45.
It's a different kind of Jumeirah.
No, but like, it's just like I'm set. I'm good. Like, I don't want to meet anyone. Like, the people that are closest to me are the people that, like, through experiences. Like, I had friends that, like, I don't talk to anymore. Like,
Yeah, but we all have that, right?
no, we all have that because you went through experience, and through every life experiences and situation, you handpick the people who you really mesh well with, and you consider them as the people that they could be there for you, and you'll be there for them as well, because it's not a one-sided street. So all that together, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I have the people that I'm good with. But back then, I was like, anyone who wants to drink, let's go.
Yeah, it was actually like that.
Pretty much.
And I met you there at those things,
Yeah.
but you were actually a close friend of his. But a lot of the times, I would remember it. So all these study abroads, a lot of them very nice people. Some of them, like, I just couldn't stand. But at the time, because I don't know how, I went. Yeah, funny enough, I went on a study abroad trip. Is it called a study abroad? No, I went on a trip with the university to Prague.
Okay.
And man, the teachers, I was chaperoning the teachers.
Were they? What was like the teachers like?
So
age,
student
stuff,
council,
like,
student council
Yeah.
professors, and they were
like
some
late
of them
20s,
must be
30s.
30s, and
Okay.
and
They have to be, otherwise, like.
30s and such. And me and
All
another
my
guy.
teachers were like 50s and like 55.
No,
and
no,
shit.
no,
In
so,
high
bro,
school,
no, no,
when
so-
you
no,
went
no,
to
in
study
university-
university study abroad, like the people who come are people who can like handle a bunch of 20-year-old kids who are.
But dude, that was the thing. Like, so I went with another guy, Anthony. Right? I went with Anthony, and like Prague. I fell in love with Prague because it's such a nice place to go to. Nightlife is very nice. You can walk everywhere. People say it's dangerous, but I think I was being targeted as the.
To be honest, you're not gonna be in danger in majority of areas.
They're not gonna pick you like out of like they'll pick Anthony with long hair and
Maybe-
everything.
No,
They're
but
like,
he was the
oh,
one
it's a
like-
girl. No, it's not.
No,
we
but
can
like,
still rob
unless
him.
you're going to the favelas in Brazil, I think you're fine.
No, but that was the thing, right? So at night, I'd walk around, and Actually, now, yeah, it makes sense because I used to walk around with a big coat with a fluffy, you know, the headpiece, and like baseball cap.
See man them coming down the
Yeah,
street.
yo, what's going on with it? You know, but yeah, man. So I went with these people, and I'd never gone on a field trip, school field trip like that kind of shit to another country. So we went to a bar. It must have been some bar / dance hall in Prague, and the teachers just got fucking blacked out drunk.
Nice.
Bro, like blacked out drunk. Like me and Anthony, who were supposed to be the young guys who are, you know, supposed to have crazy nights in Prague, we're sitting there and going like, okay, where's she? Make sure she's okay. Make sure is this.
Oh my god.
And you know, one of them was 40, the other one was like 30, one of them was 50 something. I love this woman. Like I won't say her name. She was like, she knew my dad's sister, which was so funny. So it was such a trip, and then we had to drag them back to the hotel because a lot of them couldn't walk.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That is intense.
and after that, I got applied. They told me Faisal should become a student council officer because you know he's
Take
so.
care of us, basically.
Yeah. And then when I met these people, even Omar was one of them, and I don't know who else was a part of it, but yeah, I was like,
Omar Sobey?
no.
Ponytail?
Omar
Ponytail,
yeah. So he was one of them, and yeah, but I didn't know you were part of that, to be honest. So
No, I wasn't really part of that. When I came back from the States, I really didn't like
announce it, right?
No, as in like I was not. See, like the thing is that because I hung out with a certain type of people and everything, that like people in AUD are kids who like go from high school to the university, high school here to university here. So there were a lot of like a lot of people from the study abroad program were people from the States, you know?
Yeah.
So I could relate to them a little bit, you know, more than the people who were studying there already. So I'll be like hanging out with them and everything, and then like I think my second or third year, it was Sam, study abroad mentor, something like that.
Yeah.
So I became one just because I was like I'm hanging out with them.
After I left you.
I think, or like when it was your last year.
I remember the Sam guy. The American. Was that in high school?
No,
or was
Sam
that...
is study abroad
mentor.
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, no, the thing he was friends
the
with
Iranian guy. Are you talking about the Iranian guy?
No, he was the American guy.
There's
Well, I think
an
that was
American guy
high
in high school.
Oh, yeah,
who was my
I
gym
mixed it
buddy.
up.
His name was Sam.
Okay, no, but
I'm not the douchebag.
But actually, I
He
just
was a good guy. He wasn't a douchebag, man. He was such a quiet kid. He hung out with douchebag.
a lot of shooters are quiet kids.
Yeah, especially white kids, and he was white from Wisconsin. Was he from? I don't know. Like, so.
Just put the guy on blast.
I'm saying he's a nice guy. Actually, he was like a very keep to himself kind of a guy.
Okay.
That sounds like a descriptive fucking profile of, you know, guy never said anything to anyone. He just said to me, "Yo, Johnny, don't come to school tomorrow."
Johnny.
Sorry, Jamal. Don't be silly.
That's better.
Bro, wallah. But man, actually, you know, I'm just thinking about it now. I don't even know. I must have been a very weird profile in the university because I was a nice guy. In classes, I was very respectful.
Quiet.
No, not quite at all. But I had a case against me in the university
I didn't know this.
for beating someone in the university.
Every station.
But at the same time, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I was also on the study abroad council. So when I was being prosecuted, I was being prosecuted by all my friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. So no, but the fight was like stupid from me, but I was trying to protect someone, and funny enough,
I killed someone.
No. Funny enough, that woman married the guy.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of abusive relationships on our
no,
last
no.
podcast. I'm kidding.
No. You know, if I
probably
don't know,
know
I don't know
them
if she
and
ever,
everything
I don't know
now,
if
so-
she'll ever watch this or whatnot. But you know, I'm
Doubt
happy
it,
for
to be
them, and
honest.
no, I'm happy for both of them and stuff. It was a very weird scenario, but yeah. So basically, that's how I met Bardia. Was on the student council.
Wait, not the abuse because I'm married and everything. So because you went from that one to that's how I met Bardia.
No, but Bardia, you were there because. Do you not remember that I had the council? So I had a court case. The university had like a council, and they literally were sitting like the Avengers, and you come to the front, and they're like, "We're gonna play a video in front of you, and you're gonna explain."
They had it on video?
Bro, they had it on video.
Do you have it?
I don't have the video because you have to get a police report. But man, I was laughing when they showed me the video.
Who do we contact?
No, but imagine, yeah. So what had happened? Should I explain what happened quickly?
Yeah,
go first.
So, big group, It was like my first or second year in university in AUD. One girl who was there was with us. You know, I was playing cards with some friends, and she comes to me because I hear the other group talking, and she goes, "You know, wow, Faisal, you don't protect me. I thought you're my friend. This guy pulled my hair."
That's it. Pulled my hair.
Just
What is
listen.
this, kindergarten?
So I mean, as in for me, I just stand up and I go to the guy and I say, "Yo, who are you to pull her hair?" And he says to me, "Faisal, go to sleep. Better you go to sleep." And I'm like,
That's why.
No,
that's
no,
a better reason.
no,
to
no.
like,
And that's so I'm like, I just like he was playing cards and I put my hand on his shoulder and I went near his ear and I said, "You're very lucky you're in university." And I think university fucking pissed him off. So he went, like, bro, he flipped out and imagine. So he stood up. I was shocked. I'm like, okay, he's gonna punch me in the face. He pulls his hand out, like all the way back to his head, and then comes for a slap, but then slaps my lower back.
What?
You have to realize big height difference. Like,
No.
I think he aimed, but there's no one.
He's not a midget,
No,
man.
no,
Like,
Imagine he slaps his ass.
such a mixed message in there. Are we fighting or fucking? Like, what's happening?
Thank you. Like, no, but he slaps me, and I'm so. And by the way, it hurt. You know, like, you know, it's like stung, and I was like, ah.
Daddy.
Imagine, no, freaking my butt. Do it again.
No, but bro, I just
Can you
remember.
pull my hair too?
No,
I heard you're good
and
at
then
it.
I remember he slapped me, and I just fucking flip out because I'm like, "You had one chance, and you slapped my lower back." And then I remember all my Marwan, Kamal, these guys. All I see is this guy's head, like everything else has come red.
Bullseye.
Yeah, and I just hear Marwan, who is the nicest guy you'll ever meet, going, "Dude, jump him, we'll fuck him up." Like, I'm like, bro, you'll probably give him like a backstage pass to his favorite concert.
Yeah,
Like,
actually.
this is
No,
how-
after though, he's like, "This is for your trouble." So like, the two
No,
tickets.
and imagine, so I'm standing up and the guy's standing up and there's like 30 people around us. And I remember like even Kamal, who was a great guy, missed this guy. He's like, "Dude, you swing and we'll just start beating the shit out of him, yeah?" And I remember they were all in front of me and he was behind and there must have been 8, 9 people. So I take one arm and I just grab all of them with that one arm and throw them to the side. I throw them to the side and I just go for a punch. And all I remember was that I punched him and I see everyone on the side going, "Oh." Bro, they're like getting thrown and I think my elbow hit one of the girls in the face. Like that. You know? But I thought it
pulls
did.
his
Fucking
her hair,
16
but-
casualty
dude,
from one
no,
punch.
No, but dude, imagine, yeah. So I punch him and he, you know the AUD in the cafeteria, those wooden tables?
Yeah,
Bro,
outside.
3 of them fly in the air. Like, literally fly in the air. And I just see him flip over one. Like, I punched him. He took like 10 steps back, rolled over 2 tables.
Jesus.
It was like very lousy ass fucking furniture outside. It wasn't like
Yeah, it wasn't like it
bolted
had the floor.
in, like kind of
Yeah, no,
But-
but I'm just thinking of that poor guy that took the punch
No,
for
and-
slapping
I
your
don't
lower
think it's
back.
And bro, and you know what's funny, yeah?
Bro, all this guy has done is pull someone's hair and slap someone's lower back. And he's
but
half
He
dead.
didn't mean
no,
to
no.
slap his lower back though.
I was confused because
think
my
it's
face
all-
was wide open. I was like, what the fuck?
All I'm imagining.
Just like confused the question marks, like cartoonish around. It's like, what the?
Because bro, he got up so fast, you know?
Bro, all I'm imagining is phase out and a midget that can barely reach his lower back and face out going, "You motherfucker."
Bro, I'd
Just-
imagine, bro.
like, you know how they.
Oh, that's why you could only see his head because looking up to down, all you see.
Bro, all I'm thinking is, you know how in circuses they put the midgets in the cannon and they shoot them? It's like after
Bro,
face out punches
bro, but please, like,
with the sound effect in the
Korosh,
background.
I'm telling you, man. So I punch him and he flies, and you know I see his like you know those cartoons when the shoes fly off.
Yeah.
I think one of his shoes flew,
Oh my god.
and a chair actually flew, and the chair did the most damage to me because it was a very heavy chair and it like dented my leg, like it hit my bone and blood started coming and this kind of stuff. So I go and I'm already like, I was doing MMA at the time, so I'm already going left and you know like doing the stance, yeah. And I see him on the floor. He's like non-responsive, and I go onto the ground and pound, which is basically I
Oh, I
put
thought you
my,
were gonna say teabag him.
pretty close.
Slap my lower back?
No, no, no.
That was the next step.
No, but pretty close, and I'm ready, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna like he's gonna get up, and we're gonna fight, and I look at him, and his eyes are rolled back, and like he's having some trouble breathing, like,
Oh no.
and I was like, oh fuck, and then I get up. I like, no, I get up, takes 2 steps back, and then some random guy, and I'm like, this is his friend, he's gonna come fight me. The guy gets up in my face and goes, why you fight? You shouldn't fight. And I'm already like doing this martial arts. I'm like, well, you want some? And then
I'll fucking kill all of you.
I swear to God, everyone's coming to. I don't know why they go to the guy who like. I never got this in fights when they go to the guy who was hit last. You know what I mean? Like he hit me first. I hit him. I got on top of him and I walked away. Why you have to come to me?
Because you slapped your lower back and you knocked the guy into a different universe.
No, he responded to an action. It was like a reaction to an action.
Yeah,
though.
I know, but like if you're trying to separate a fight, are you more concerned about the half-dead body on the ground or the giant man standing over him going back and forth like this?
That's a very fair point.
No, but dude, it wasn't like Mark come. I was like, wah! I was like, I was just standing there. I'm like, okay, khalas, it's done. And then this guy came, and then I just look around, and it's chaos. Security's running towards me. The girl who I tried to protect is crying, and someone's holding her face, and she's going to the bathroom.
You probably elbowed her in the fucking face.
I thought it did no, but she was just so sad because I hurt someone. She was like, "Oh, I didn't want."
She was so sad she married.
It was a pity marriage.
No. It's
not a pity.
No, it's not like that. But I always tell her
we don't know them, so we can't say shit.
But it's funny.
That's exactly why we can't say shit.
But afterwards, I go to this council, and you have a very good teacher who's there. His name is like Raj Kapoor.
Oh yeah, what a nice guy.
And bro, he's sitting there in this council, and he's just like. Teachers I've never seen. There was an Islamic teacher for some reason. I don't know what he's supposed to give the religious advice. That punch looked like it came straight from the heart. And then they're playing the video, and they're like, "Can you explain us word for word what happened here, what happened there?" So you see me like,
Hugs,
bro, and then I'm like, if you can see, and then when I walloped him and he flew in the chairs, you hear Raj Kapoor going, "Oh my God, bloody hell!" That's good shit.
Yeah, Raj Kapoor, but he had a British accent.
Very British accent, very eccentric,
Of course.
And he was like, "My God, and wow, you knocked into different."
By the way, very good professor, and his son is like a genius. Like he did this medical business now. He's running this medical business.
Wow.
It's jaw dropping. I'll explain off.
Jaw dropping or jaw
dropping.
Breaking.
Blah, blah, blah.
So then.
What was it? No, curb.
So then, what's really funny is that I have to explain the moment when I got on top of him. So they're like, "What? Why are you getting close to him now?" I said, "In MMA."
I was aroused. He hit my lower back.
No, so in MMA, I actually
jumped on him.
In MMA, when someone's fighting you, you have to make sure that the person's going to come and smack you, and then I don't know. Some of them are giggling and stuff like that, and I said, "If you can see here now, I'm
in full control."
No, yeah, full side control. Yeah. No, but I'm on top of it, and I said, like, at this point, I knew he was
dead,
gone. So you can see, no, he was, dude. He was.
At this moment, he knew
he was in Asgard. Like he was literally in a different plane.
Yeah.
So I said to the class, I said to the council, I'm like, if you can see, I step back and I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're gonna get a police report. We're gonna get this. You could be expelled and stuff. And I'm like, wow, all of that. Like you made me come here and plead my case, and it's not even in your hands.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But then nothing happened afterwards. They just said to me, if you fight again, you're out. And I'm like,
fair enough.
But I never start to fight.
No, by the way, you mentioned on the first episode, you were like, he doesn't actually get into fights. Faisal has this thing, like people who are close to him, he's very overprotective over. Yeah. So like, if you hurt someone close to him, yeah, he will defend it or anything. But it's not like. It's a pretty easy thing for a guy like your height and your size to like start fights, and you're gonna be winning 99% of the time. You're not that kind of person. You're the kind of person who are protective of the people that you care about.
Yeah, but the issue is when you're like physically like as big as you are. If the situation was reversed, I guarantee you there would be 1% of the response that they had the court. If that guy knocked you out and you were on the ground and some little midget knocked you out. By the way, I don't actually know if this guy is little or not.
No, he's a midget.
He's small.
Because you're a bigger guy, everyone sees it as like a bigger threat.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have hit him. And
I don't even care.
No, we're not reflecting on that.
I'm just saying, in terms of like the aftermath.
You know what's funny? The next day, the next day, I was hearing from people that he beat me up. He was telling people he beat
me up. Who got it on tape? Like, what are you talking about?
No, it was
send it to
it was
TMZ
very funny.
or some shit.
But all of this going back to the point that I was probably the worst model or the worst study abroad mentor. You know, so
No, I was pretty bad too because these kids came here to study and get the Dubai experience. Going to like they visit like the old Dubai and like we will take them to experience like different things. I'll be like, guys, there's this bar I'm going on Thursday night and then this other one on Friday. You guys want to join?
no, but come on, man.
No, it was good. It was good for them. Like actually, this kind of shit.
It was medicinal.
Fucking
Like-
nerds.
No, they obviously as like kids in America, like they look forward to that shit. They don't think of like, oh, let's go to like this place and smoke shisha. You know what I mean? Like actually, they did kind of get hooked on that shit, but like a little bit too
Or
much.
go to Brasti all the time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There was this guy who like fell in love with Barasti, and you don't fall in love with that place. But this guy was like, it was. Can you do a German accent and say, "Let's go to Barasti"?
Want to go to Brasti? If we go to Brasti.
Would go to
I will see you Sunday. Go to Brasti.
Yeah, every fucking day he'd be like, "Oh, I finished my
Bro, he
classes."
came back. He still goes to
Yeah.
Brasti. I'll be back
No,
from
he
Barasti.
moved here apparently, didn't he?
Yeah, bro, he's working. He's working in a very good company.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Rusty by any chance? Like, this is bartender.
No,
I
the
think,
manager.
I think he funds them. Mashallah, how many times
Yeah.
he goes.
Yeah,
but-
honestly. But wait, sorry. Funny story about the council. Do you know how I know about this? The council. One of our friends, okay, that we all know, in AUD you have 3 smoking areas: smoking B, smoking C, and smoking A. Right?
It's a weird way to start that.
Yeah,
It was
B.
ABC, not BCA.
I was
You're
going to.
dyslexic, man.
I was going from like
No
location
wonder you
wise.
didn't make it through university the
I've got
first
my
time.
top 4 movies. 3,
2, 4, 1.
4, and then
No,
one.
because I went we're going from by location because we're in B building
My man has
business.
it memorized,
We're
huh?
there, and then C smoking area was right next to it, and A smoking was like all the way to the other side of the campus. Anyways, how I know about the council is that one of our friends brought shisha
To the smoking area?
to the B smoking area and was smoking it. And they came to him. He's like, "You can't smoke this here." He's like, "Why not? It's the smoking area, right? I'm smoking here. This is what I smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke doha. I don't vape or something, whatever. This is it." They grabbed they were like, "No, you have to pack it up." He's like, "Okay." They left. He kept on going. They're like, "No, this is an issue." They grabbed him. He was gonna get suspended. Took him to the council, and they're talking. He's like, "Show me in the book
Where it says.
where it says I can't bring a shisha in the smoking area where you smoke." There was nothing. He didn't get in trouble, but now
Is
in the rule book
my
it says you're
No
not allowed to have
shisha.
shisha in the smoking area, and it's because of him. It's actually pretty cool. Like,
I don't know how often people would try that, to be honest, to be in the rule book, but yeah,
Bro,
I
can you
guess.
imagine? You know, you're in university and you
Walking
see that one guy putting the coal. Well,
Yeah,
the class
no,
today was crazy.
And also, like, how much break do you have in between your classes, like, to start a
No,
shisha?
but like people didn't go to classes that often. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
That's a different point.
What a way.
Fair enough.
People who went to AUD didn't really have brain cells, and I went to UND.
I went to-
Thank God I didn't go there.
No, but in AUD, like
I think we should ask Korosh about his.
No, we'll
university.
ask him, but like he's like
Ask him, what do you want to ask?
No, because we want you to go on about
Okay,
your
ask-
university.
I don't know why I was so aggressive with that.
Tell us about your university experience, Cora.
Tell us, where are the drugs?
Okay, so I started obviously in Dubai. That's how we met in high school, and then I went to UK to study civil engineering. But like my situation was very similar to yours. That like I went to this small town called Loughborough. It's like one of the tiniest villages you can go to. That the university itself is bigger than the town.
A lot of towns are universities.
Yeah, but this one is like the biggest campus university in Europe or England in the smallest town I've ever been in. And like legit, I went there with my dad. He dropped me off. 3 hours later, he left because he had to catch the flight back to Dubai.
Wow.
And then I
I
was
need to make sure you're good.
no, but like, what is he gonna do? Like,
You're here.
I wasn't
My
like,
job is done. You're past 18. I don't give a fuck about
No,
you
but like
anymore.
my situation wasn't like yours. I was in.
Gonna get some milk.
That isn't black, man.
See you, son.
I'm gonna get some cigarettes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but like I moved into like the university dorms, and like I had my own room, but it was like shared kitchen and everything. So like, where the fuck is my dad gonna stay? So he was like, he sat
fair
there for
enough,
3 hours, and then I'm like, listen, I don't have my space. Can you like bounce? Like,
Dad,
We're
you're
out of
making Dad, you're making me feel like a loser. You're leaving me.
no, man. But yeah. So
But yeah.
so first year was So like my experience was completely the opposite of yours. So in England, you have usually like a week or 2 weeks of like freshers, which is you and people that are like from a year above or 2 years above. You end up going out like partying, getting to know the town and everything. So I did that for about 10 days. But at this point, I was already done with like heavy drinking and stuff because I started at a young age. But there, everyone just turned 18 and all they wanted to do was that. And also in the UK system, the first year you go to university, your grades doesn't matter for when you graduate. So first year you just have to pass basically. So what everyone did for the first of all, I didn't know this for the first like 7 months I was in university. So I was studying like a motherfucker, and then like
him with an Iranian accent. Come on, we have to pass this class.
Yeah.
80 or my father don't let me go home.
I never had accent that thick, like never.
Your accent did get better when you went to UK though.
I could just imagine.
I never was that.
No, you wouldn't like
Salam.
I can just imagine him coming to class. Now, everyone, I want you to meet Kurosh. Salam. Kurosh, what do you like to do? Hunting.
But the thing is that when he came to high school, it was basically Salam because his English, he didn't know much English. So. But anyways,
so moved into the place, shared with like 5-6 people, a few older than me and stuff. Sharing a house with someone is so like we had this gross kid with us. He was first year as well. He didn't know anything about cooking, cleaning, and obviously it's a shared kitchen, so like each person has some responsibilities. But I reached like the first day I was sitting in the living room with another guy, and he comes in to cook pasta. He puts the pasta in the pan. He doesn't pour water in it.
What the fuck?
And then
it's on the label, like it's on the pack.
But like I think he's joking or like he didn't remember. And the other guy's seeing it. We look at each other. We're like, what the fuck is going on? We're like, let's see how long this goes on. 45 minutes. He was standing by the pot. The pastas were turning black, but still hard as fuck, which I've never seen in my life. He's like, do you guys know how you're supposed to make pasta? I'm like, yeah, 40 minutes ago you were supposed to water it.
I think it's done.
Actually, it was water first and then the pasta.
Yeah, but like my university experience from legit the first 2 weeks, it kind of went sour because after the whole freshers thing was done, I'm like, okay, I'm done with partying. I don't want to go out every day. I don't even want to go out once a week. Like, I don't want to drink that much. But everyone else, they would go out like 6 days a week, rest one day, and then go out and again next week. So I kind of, and also the other issue was because for university, I signed up with my British passport. They didn't put me with international students. My dorm was all British people, which I figured out I don't get along with at all. I have like nothing in common with them. So I'm in a building that everyone's going out every night partying. I'm not going with them. And they're all British with their shit sense of humor. Or I guess it's sense of humor I don't get. But whatever. Not a single murder joke the whole fucking year I was there. Like, what kind of people are you? But
no, the British do have those. I actually prefer British comedy. I
Yeah.
prefer the Queen's English Elsa, darling.
yeah, okay, suck balls.
I mean, she's dead now, so she can't suck balls. Like,
I said balls, not suck her pussy. Like
no, she can't really suck balls.
I thought you were talking about him.
And Philip was dead too, like before she died. So,
But yeah, so I kind of got separated from everyone in the building I lived in, and I didn't know anyone, and I didn't really I couldn't become friendly with them after a while because they would go out with each other.
Like, kind of morphed into like a whole.
Yeah, so like
they created
the first year for me.
You and morphing, man.
I don't remember that.
It's like body alert, a new word today. You know?
It was on my toilet paper. The word of the day.
Do you want your ass and your shit to Merv? Merv?
Your ass and your shit to Merv? I think those words merged together when you were saying
They did.
So I felt like I'm talking to a bunch of like retarded people just
So
sitting
tell
here.
us about your university, darling.
Yeah, it sucked after that point, pretty much.
But you went through like kind of like a depressing kind of like a
Yeah.
experience, like,
So first year was
I
really
remember that.
tough.
No, because we kept in touch. Like
Yeah, first year was really tough because like I didn't really get to know anyone, and also my course it was like there wasn't that many people I would get along with, so it was more like just like group work or whatever. You can't call them friends. Till I met a few international students that I got along with. Like there was a few Egyptians and like a German, and like it was
and
like
he started growing out his beard, so it's kind of suspicious.
no, that
And
was
that's
that
when
was
I met
2 years later, man.
That's
That
when
was-
I was introduced to ISIS.
Are we going back there again?
Every time
Oh, my foot's gonna be there. You have a problem?
No, now I don't. I'm like
What?
thinking.
He grabbed my foot.
I like did
He
this.
really wants to do that, man. He really wants to do that with you. But yeah, so that was like pretty much the beginning of my university experience. As my dog makes an entrance to the podcast.
but why would you say it's like? Was it like were the British people like shitty to you, or
No.
you just like didn't enjoy being with them?
It was, we were at different levels of maturity. So I'm not saying, oh, I was such a mature person or whatever, but because I went through that stupid drinking stage, like when I was like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, they were just starting that phase. So like to go out, get shit-faced drunk, blackout, someone has to drag you home, you don't remember where you spent the night. So like that was like a huge part of like the British culture. I mean, it is till you're even like 60 with the brunches and shit, but like in university, it was really ramped up. Like I remember like one of the freshest events we had, it was all the guys from the building get locked into an apartment that's basically this size. And basically the Edward 40 hands thing.
Yeah.
But that's not a fucking British thing. Like, why are we doing this in England?
It's
So
so fun.
they
You
taped-
grab 240s, right? And you tape them to your hand.
It's like massive beers, like more than a bottle of Coke, basically.
and it's like this big. Like it's like it's taped to your hand, and you have to
You
go
can't
in,
get
have
rid
to-
of the tape till you finish it, but you also can't use the bathroom because your hand is taped to 2 bottles.
So you gotta finish fast, or like you gotta kind of like get it down, get your pants down in a way to like.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. I really like that. Yeah, I enjoyed it before. In here, in Dubai, you can't find 40s, so I taped like 2 Coronas, 2 Corona beers.
Every time he takes a sip from one, the other one splashes him in the
Oh,
face.
you have to you have to have someone who is there that's not doing the challenge. So you open one bottle, like on each side, you finish it, and then they open the second one to do it. It's kind of
Yeah, but
tactics.
back to my story. Stop taking all the attention, you whore.
Very true, very true.
That's how I started like separating from them, not getting along with them. But like over the years, like when I reached my 3rd year or 4th year and all of that, like we kind of like connected more. I even like moved in with like 2 British guys in my year 3. But the beginning, that's how I kind of like I didn't bond with them, and then it was too late to bond, and then I went through this whole like depression phase that like for like weeks at a time, my only communication with people was, oh hi, bye, what are you cooking today? Like there was no like deep friendships there, you know. So I kind of like made my university experience bitter, and at the same time I hated my course. So
You said you studied before film.
I didn't study film.
Yeah, never studied film.
He said video.
No, that was bullshit. That was a joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
Yeah. No, I was doing civil engineering.
Yeah, that's even better. Like the way you said it's like I studied English literature.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was.
I feel like you at the first going to that depressing phase is a bit of an adjustment as well. Period.
Yeah, I mean there was a culture adjustment. Also, I never lived in a small city. I mean, Dubai is small, but it doesn't feel small. Like you have
every nationality, every like.
Yeah,
Food
but
probably
even
sucked.
the food sucked. Like legit, we had the only thing that would give me pleasure. There was like one Arabic restaurant that was like, you know, those like restaurants that had like 200 pages of menu, like
Yeah.
fucking
do
Egyptian,
everything.
Iranian, Lebanese, and they all tasted the same. But that was like legit the only point of contact I had.
It was this guy who knew like one recipe. Like,
I can
Yeah,
make beef in all its forms.
but legit, the restaurant had the town had like 3 clubs. One of them was so bad that like for freshers, I went there once. I saw a guy standing in the middle of the dance floor pissing on the floor. So like, but like it's one of those places that like when you go, your shoes always get stuck to the floor.
No, man.
Or like when when you're in the freshers and everyone's like telling you, like the older people, like where to go, where not to go, they're like, oh, when you go there, wear your gym shoes that you retired 2 years ago. So I'm like, if you're describing it, the place that I don't want to be there.
Yeah,
But
fair
like, you know, we only have 3 clubs in town, so you at some point you're gonna end up there. Yeah. But like I see my brother is in London now. And like I went
London's
and like
different.
yeah, it's so different. So like my whole opinion on UK in general
It's
was
not valid, really.
like before it was like, oh fuck that place, I never want to go back. But then obviously when I went and like visited my brother and stuff, like the experience is so different that like changed my mind a little bit.
It does. I mean, like for me at least, I'm thinking of doing my masters in London. It's different, right? Like people from the countryside and villages go to London. They don't even think they're in the UK anymore.
Bro, that village I was in, they were so racist. They were
So, Jamal,
racist.
how are you? My name is Korosh. Kamal.
Bro, like you don't understand because like the villages like in UK, like the villages like that one is like either all students or all people over 70, white people over 70. So you know the mentalities they have on fucking everybody. So I had this gym class that I would go on.
Ew, brown.
Why did you have to do that? Ew. Wow.
So there was this gym class that I was going to. It was like Sunday mornings. At 7 a.m. I had to be in the middle of town. So I had to take a bus to go there. But 7 a.m. on a bus on a Sunday is only old fucks that are going to the Sunday market to buy fucking third-hand wooden
Sunday
chairs and
market,
shit.
man.
So imagine every week I would walk into the bus with like a whole, like, what do you call it, like old people's home, like they're filled the whole bus because they're taking on a road trip, and everyone the whole time is staring at me for a year or like a year and a half every week, and they were the same people like staring at me, but like they wouldn't get used to it.
They were waiting for that Sunday market to never be there again.
Yeah,
Don't please come on.
because I would go with a backpack as well because I had like my gloves and stuff in there.
Oh God, man!
Yeah.
I would stare at you, man.
And also in it's a winter, so I'm wearing like a vest, like those like puffy vests and shit. It wasn't.
To market?
Yeah.
He's not Russian.
I love how my accent changes over the years.
No,
everywhere.
it was supposed to be broken English. Which way? No, but you had good English. Bro, your English is very good. Like, I mean, for someone
you.
who's second
10
language.
minutes ago, he was like, "Hello, Iranian."
No, we're making fun of the fact that
No.
you didn't know them,
Yeah,
but like,
but your English is
Your English is
fantastic.
very
man.
good.
When I drink, it goes down like really quick.
you know
Like
what's
the
funny
accent
thing?
comes out.
Ruzba, when he gets to a very drunk stage,
Bro, he doesn't even speak English.
he has a very thick Iranian accent, right? When he gets to a really drunk stage, I don't know what
It
happens.
changes. It gets
He
better.
gets to a British accent.
Yeah, it gets better.
He gets one time we finished a bottle of tequila, and I don't know. It's like, so let me tell you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know where it comes from, but he's the only person I know that gets drunk and his English gets better.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that he's not very talkative. Like, in terms of, he doesn't want to speak in English. But when he's drunk, he doesn't give a talk. He doesn't give a fuck. So, like,
Yeah.
he just wants to talk it out. And, like, the English
Now he's
goes.
gonna have to. He's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So how much is this?
All right, guys. I think we cut the episode for this week here, and then next week we can go into a little bit more of like our growth through the years, what motivated us, or like the shit situations. Because this was kind of like an intro to our university life, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like
Yeah.
you still haven't talked about how you got robbed, or you haven't talked about like anything you dealt with.
It's a very long. Like, look, we're stopping now, yeah.
Wait, should we say goodbye?
Yeah, let's say
I
goodbye.
think we should say goodbye and then pick it up next week.
Alright.
So
Yeah,
the
so
episode is
should I
like
say the-
3 hours.
Should I say the goodbye one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, we're going to wrap it up. It was a good episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys
Why don't
for
you let
being
me
here.
ever? Why don't you let me ever say the?
You did the
end
first episode. Shut the
never
fuck
did.
up.
I
You
never
did
did.
it. I have it on tape. It's on YouTube.
part. No, I don't.
Yeah, but anyways, please let us know what you think of the episode, what format you like
don't you
more,
let me
what
say
do you
that
think we like to discuss more,
I just feel
and
like I never do anything here. Just a face.
a
face
big
sound.
body, man. Shut the
And a
fuck
pretty
up.
face.
Yeah,
Fat
and
shaming.
also yes, fat shaming, bro. We both know it works. Okay, it's the only thing that got us to the gym.
Next episode, I'm completely skinny.
Yeah.
Thanks, Korosh.
Buy my program online. I just swear at you the whole time.
Continue, fucking.
I was just fucking rage at you the other day. Fuck you. Wake the fuck up, you piece of shit. Like, yo, that could work. Actually, you know, someone who's like,
Yeah, it does. The trainer he has that I'm gonna work with. I'm gonna tell him that how he should treat me.
Slut shame me.
Yeah. Slut shame me. How does that work on me losing fat?
slap my lower back.
Anyways, go.